Only hello and jello.
And we are live.
Okay.
Hello.
Welcome everybody
Hello,
to
Jello.
tonight's session of A World on Fire. Where we last left off, the party was traversing the infinite layers of the abyss, traveling from Grazit's palace to the blood circus of Rakdos. They traveled for roughly around a day before coming to a cliff that overlooked a sheer drop off that disappeared below a thick smog layer. After sending Watcher to check it out, it was clear that there was something in the smog, a strange shadow-covered demon creature that the party just lit up with all of their ranged attacks, of which it flew back under the cover of the smog, and with that, the party decided it was a good idea to go flying down into the smog, and as they were flying, they awakened what seemed to be a nest of these shadowy creatures, and killed most of them, although it was a bit of a difficult fight as they were trying to remember how to fly in the air. And
Gesh almost died.
And Gesh almost died. And with that, they landed and started picking their way across the wastes of this area that was a lot darker than it was above the smog layer, and found as they traveled that the land just seemed to be rife with corpses and skeletons just all over the place, and they found a construct that seemed to be collecting the corpses and skeletons that they were able to identify as something called the corpse collector, and decided to shy away from that, watch for a little bit more before they decided that they should probably take a long rest before they're hit with the much dreaded exhaustion that they hate so much. And Amity cast a magnificent mansion spell for the party to rest in. And so we ended with them heading into the mansion. So picking back up, Amity, what does the party see as they enter your mansion?
Oh, good. Coming up with this right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
we literally ended last week like, we should end here so Taylor can explain what the mansion looks like.
Books
That's why
everywhere.
That's why we were waiting for you, because
So many
we
books.
were literally starting with your description of your mansion.
Books and ferret tubes.
Yes, there are literally just books and it's like a big library with books and ferret tubes everywhere. It's great.
Nice.
All the bedrooms, more books.
There's beds for everybody.
Mm-hmm. They're just mattresses stacked on top of books.
Yes, of course.
And they're just
Yes, of
separated
course.
by books as well, like they're each book fortress.
Yeah, there's book walls.
Do you have a recollection of so many books that these are all like unique books, or is it like 20 books that are all just recycled? It's just the same 20 books over and over again.
It's a good question.
Yeah, it's like, at what point do we see a
Or are they just like blank books that
I was gonna say, I'd like to say a lot of them are just empty.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of them are definitely blank. They're just there to take up space.
Yeah, it's definitely like the fill-in texture in like a video game where it's like, this looks like a copy paste of the same
Yeah.
bookshelf.
Yeah. There are a few of those.
All right. Well, as you all gaze at the splendor of the mansion with its wide array of books that you can't read, what would the party like to do? Are you going to rest immediately, or would you like to do something else first?
Sleep.
Guess would rest immediately.
I was gonna say some people. Gesh and Rowan need sleep.
Yeah, y'all go do your
I don't know what
things.
you're talking about. I feel great.
All right.
Just
Does everybody have
zombie
separate
walks.
bedrooms, or is there like a communal sleeping space?
No, everyone's got their own bedrooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I just
Are
wander off
they-
to something, anything that looks
they-
like a bed.
Personalized?
As much as
As much as you know about each other.
yeah, as much as I know about everybody. The
Oh
more I know
God,
about you, the
mine's
more
empty.
it's personalized.
Guess's is just a room.
Gash gets
Nobody knows
generic hotel
anything
room
about
number
him.
3.
It's like a motel room with like a mint on the pillow.
She knows he likes magic, so there's like, I don't know.
Books about magic, there's books about mountains, books about dwarves.
Yeah.
Books about Pelor?
Yeah, my room is just full of books about the sun.
Probably books about yeah.
And it's as bright as the sun.
No. Not
It's a very
that.
dark room, but with
Opposite
a
of
lot
that.
of sun iconography.
Yeah, exactly. It's very weird. You're like, this doesn't seem right.
I gave you a room with no windows.
Yeah.
great.
Dope. Rowan's asleep before she's asleep as she's walking. She sleepwalks to the bed.
Okay.
She is out cold. She actually sleeps. She doesn't even. She's just like, no, I'm sleeping.
Oh yeah.
I don't need to, but I am.
It's more restful than the
Mhm.
trance. All right. So, as everybody crashes, you you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
Woo!
Question: that weird reduction of my max HP is gone now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
your max HP was reduced by those shadow covered demons, it is back to normal.
Yeah. I'm at least somewhat glad that I was blind for that fight.
The one time you being blind actually worked out.
I'm gonna die on that hill. Curse you, Mercer.
How long does this mansion last for?
24 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour safe haven.
Dope.
Assuming nobody dispels the mansion.
Yeah, assuming nobody
Rude.
just walks up. Nobody finds like a fucking door in the middle of like
Well, I
this
believe the
bone
door
cavern.
I believe the door is invisible to anybody that's not invited. However, a creature with true sight would see the door.
We're in the abyss. Nothing would have true sight.
Oh no. Nothing in the
not.
abyss has true sight.
No, not at
Of
all. What are you
course.
talking about?
It's like nobody's gonna find a door in the middle of this bone ravine.
Don't worry about it.
I think
Although,
so. Just a quick pause here. I had cut up an apple and forgotten to take the sticker off, and I found a piece with half a sticker, and the other piece I have remaining does not have the other half of the sticker.
I think I know where the other half of the sticker is.
So just so you all know, I am labeled on the inside.
Yes.
Well,
Hey,
Tori, it was
Lester?
nice knowing you.
Lester, it's your job
Make
to
sure to
clip
leave
that.
something for us in your
I will. I will clip that.
Thank you.
I'll leave you
No.
the sticker that comes out when I die.
Gross.
We'll take good care of Rowan.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll leave you guys my IRL dice.
I feel like I'm losing part of
No,
myself. So
So as you all wake up the next what you would call morning, what would the party like to do? in their 16 remaining hours of safe haven.
How far are we from the place we're going?
2 days.
Oh, okay.
I guess Rowan's gonna just walk around and see who she finds first. Who else is awake? Or out of their room, at least.
Somebody's probably reading a book.
Just like in the main book lobby, like...
Vanya is finding the nicest treat she possibly can for Watcher.
Oh god, yeah.
Because he deserves it after last week.
Just the biggest steak you could find.
There are definitely some Watcher-sized tubes just to, like, you know, see if it works right.
I just want to see Marmalade and fucking Watcher just like zipping around through the tubes in the fucking... It's like meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, you can see Watcher, he likes the tubes at first because like he goes flying towards them and then he just tucks his wings in and just goes shooting
Dive
through
bomb.
the tube. But then as soon as he hits a turn in the tube, it's just punk,
Chaos.
Oh,
Just like scoot.
and then he has
Good.
trouble climbing out because he can't open his wings inside of the tube.
Oh,
He
buddy.
didn't think that far ahead.
Oh,
Of course he didn't.
buddy.
It's like a dog with a paper bag on his head.
Oh no.
oh.
Marmalade's just like, the fuck are you doing? Use your feet.
Like, you go this way.
Do you not know how to walk? Are those legs just decoration? Like,
Yes, they absolutely are.
okay, Amity, I really liked the bubble, but I must say, this is
A lot
this
better.
is nice. This is
a
really
lot better.
nice.
I'm gonna add to it as we go. You know, and
Ooh.
just yeah.
I
Like I'm
I
gonna
like
put
the
like
book. I'm not saying the books are bad. I like the books. It's really, it's an aesthetic. Oh, saying the word aesthetic in that accent is not easy.
Aesthetic.
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 Ass titties. But I mean, I think there are other options we could explore.
Yeah. I
Possibly.
mean, I agree. This is just kind of like, you know, I was trying to plan before I really cast it, but didn't really
It's
work
almost
out.
like it's almost like you didn't feel like you were really there in the moment.
Yeah, you know, I was really checked out yesterday.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand.
sometimes you just need those days, you know.
Oh. It was
Good
almost
thing
like
she wasn't flying.
so
Yeah, like I want to put like a hot tub downstairs. something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Just no
That's
portals in your
nice.
bathrooms, okay? That's all I
No.
can ask for.
No.
No.
Unless they're portals to like really nice places. But other than that, no portals, please.
Or
I'll-
portals
I mean,
directly
I'll
to the
get-
bathroom.
Yeah, or portals to the bathroom. That's it. No, but then that'd be awkward. Imagine if you took a portal to the bathroom and someone was in there. You can't knock before entering. You're just there.
Isn't a portal to a bathroom just a doorway?
You're taking the fantasy out of this, Mike. Get out.
I mean, maybe I could put like permanent dimension door somehow. I don't know. I haven't really researched that.
I'm sure if anyone can figure it out, it'll be you.
Maybe. I wouldn't give me that much credit.
I mean, this is pretty cool, so I'm going to give you a lot of credit.
She just goes back to reading her book.
So where is everybody else?
Searching for a kitchen.
There is one somewhere.
It's buried in books. You just gotta
I was gonna
find
say, you have to clear the books off the countertops first.
Yeah.
But the good news is that they're all cookbooks.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true. There are some, I'm sure, in there.
Vassal's just looking for the nearest fridge or cupboard.
The world's first cold box.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through every single book and leaving them in a pile beside me.
Yeah, she's kind of doing the same, just browsing the different books.
But they're all empty.
Most of them.
Most of
Some of them
are
have worth.
empty.
Well,
Yeah, a lot of them are like.
then there's 2 piles.
A lot of them are textbooks on different magical schools that are not entirely complete.
And
Okay,
you find one on ocean currents.
I was gonna say there's 3 book piles then. 1 of blank books, 1 of boring books, and 1 of interesting books. But the interesting one I feel like doesn't have much yet. I've got 6 intelligence? I don't remember.
There are probably some rough drafts of
7.
ferret stories.
Yeah, I was
Or
gonna
like some-
say
Okay, those are the
Adventures
interesting
of
books.
Marvelous.
or just Amity fanfiction.
Yes, there's definitely anime fanfiction somewhere.
Those ones have locks
It's
on them,
around.
those little flimsy locks that you had on your journal when you were a kid.
Oh,
The
like
first-
little plastic padlock.
Yeah, that you can really just open by wiggling it a little bit and it'll come
Yeah.
open. The key is completely meaningless.
The first,
I had
the
some of
first
those.
page says, "Do not read." No, the second page says, "Seriously, please don't read this." And the third page just keeps going. Please
Well-
stop here.
Saga is flexible, so if it says please don't read, she's like, oh okay, I won't, and it goes into the pile.
Finds another one. She's got 4 piles now.
There's
She just keeps making more piles of books. Eventually, she's like, I don't remember what piles what.
I can't get out, help.
She's just taking the piles and then making her own piles, and then she just goes through her own piles and is like, wait, I feel like I've been here before. That'd be so funny. Rowan goes looking for Vanya.
Nearby. She's not
Okay.
far away.
I feel like the quote unquote rooms aren't actual rooms and just book forts.
Just
All
book
right, fine. I
forts.
go find Vanya's book.
It's
fort.
like Vanya, and just a pile of books just falls over. Yeah.
That one's me.
Under construction.
Yeah, it's okay. I go over to Vanya's book fort, climb in, or we'll try and put it back together since it all fell over.
The next mansion she has, there's going to be a book titled "How to Build a Book Fort."
For sure.
I already found that one
Fort
though.
building 101. What's up, Rowan?
So what are we going to do about, our destination?
The weird circus carnival? Which one is it?
I think it's a circus, I believe is what he said, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't really remember. Time
Circus.
is weird.
Blood circus.
Ah, right. Yes, blood circus. How could we have forgotten? Because we're not exactly a circus group by any means. We're just us.
You ever been to a circus?
No, I spent I spent about half my life underground, and then the
Yeah.
other half living with a bunch of monks. So
Yeah.
no, I've not been to a circus,
Me neither.
and I don't think if we show up and just try and she air quotes, wing it, I don't think it's going to work too well.
Well, I mean, a circus normally has performers.
And we have to become performers in the next 2 days.
So I think the sensible thing would be to just build off of the skills that we have.
That's what I was thinking, but I just don't know exactly what we should do. Should get everyone together and sort of
We
go
should-
in a circle and
We should get everyone together and go over what we think our strengths in this would be. Because I'm just going to tell you now, my only idea is to shoot at people, shoot things that are on top of people.
Oh, you could shoot me. I could catch them.
I could shoot you.
You could probably shoot Saga too. Okay, it's having this conversation like this. If no one hears the context, is probably really bad. We should maybe go with the others first.
Yeah, let's go find everyone.
Okay, everyone, let's go find the book.
Find the central book area.
Well, I know that Dathan went to find the book kitchen, so maybe there's like a book dining room.
Book kitchen.
Kitchen.
The book.
So, Emily,
Everything
is
is
there
books.
a book dining area somewhere?
A book dining area?
Yeah, well, there's a book kitchen, and these are our book rooms, and this is the book room. So I'm assuming there must be like a book eating place.
I mean, there's just a dining area.
Okay, point me to the direction of the book dining area.
Okay! And she goes that way.
I drag Saga along. Gesh, come on.
But my piles.
The piles will still be there. Don't worry. Shulk, you two, let's go.
Team meeting.
We let Amity lead us
The
to
dining room
book
is
dining
just
room.
it's just like a normal dining room.
A normal room in the house.
No,
Table's big though.
You just find Vath with a whole pie. Not even a plate, just a whole pie and a fork.
Did you? I thought you were going to the kitchen so that we could all have food.
Oh my god, I forgot that I had pie here.
Okay, I guess we'll talk and then eat. Unless, yeah, we'll talk and then we can eat.
Yeah.
Or we can just share the pie. We can pass them.
Pass pie around.
Yeah, let's pass the pie in a circle.
Take
Everyone
fistfuls
gets a
of
bite.
pie.
What's my plan? But sure.
Thank you, Zatham.
Alright, you all
I will do this thing that you call share.
you all sit around the table and start passing the pie around.
So,
Guys, I had a 4K ping again. Yes.
so Rowan and I were talking, and odds are we're going to have to perform in some way at this circus. So what are we working with?
Guess just size.
I have fire.
I can turn into a bear and make my claws either fire, lightning, or some weird psychic energy. That's about it.
Amy's gonna just pull her spellbook out and put it on the table. I have these. It's a very thick book.
That's a big book.
I'm just planning to shoot things. That's really the only thing I've got planned. The only idea I have.
I mean, I have Marmalade. She's good at doing things.
It's been a long time since I've performed at a circus.
Bonnie just does that lean to look over again.
And look of go on.
Something
Oh.
you'd like to share with the group?
Oh, nothing important. Just about 5 or 6 years ago, I used to perform at a circus. So it was nothing spectacular. I wasn't a main attraction or anything. It was just
What did you do?
I was the guy entertaining the crowd in the lines while they were waiting to go to the other shows. I would balance
Pretty
on a
weird
ball
job.
while playing my flute.
That's really cool.
I wish I could balance a ball.
I want to do that.
I balanced on the ball.
Oh,
That's really cool.
That is pretty impressive.
I mean, it was more of a sideshow than a actual performance, but yes.
no, it's fine. I'm sure we can work with that.
You already, I think, have more experience than the rest of us combined.
I would agree.
Ooh, Shilk, you can shoot lightning at me.
That sounds dangerous.
No, but then I can redirect the lightning. It'll be really cool.
Okay.
Okay. Emily, do you mind if I look at your book?
Go ahead. She passes it over.
And Rowan starts going through the spells that Tori went over 2 weeks ago.
And what spells are those?
So many.
So many.
So many.
There's 3 specifically that we need.
Yes.
Mhm.
I am getting to the dock as we speak.
Yep. So, hallucinatory terrain, flaming sphere, and wall of fire are the 3 we need from Amity.
All right.
Oh, hello.
Yes, Cat has joined the fray apparently.
Okay.
Not mine this time.
Oh, for once. Vanya, do you know if Watcher knows how to do anything fun?
I mean, he talks. Is that not fun?
That's pretty
I
fun.
meant enough to impress a Lord of the Abyss that likes circus stuff fun, if that makes sense.
I mean, we could. The Watcher's here and could probably speak for himself, but
You can see that
yes, this is
Watcher
true.
is currently going at the pie.
that tracks. I am unsurprised. Watcher.
He just kind of looks up and just has a bunch of pie fillings just caked on his muzzle.
Rowan just sort of like slides it away from the pie from Watcher, like.
Yeah.
So we have to go do a show. And we are planning on having everybody participate. Would you like to participate with us?
Oh. My mom said never to go to the theater.
Oh god.
Theater. It's not a theater though, Watcher.
Technically
We're
a
going to a
circus.
circus.
What's a circus?
Ooh, much different from the theater.
Oh, okay.
I say with the confidence of someone who has been to neither.
Maybe you can fly through. I don't know. Can we make like hoops or something? You could fly around through,
I mean, there might be hoops there. It is
or
a
a hoop. I could just throw a hoop up, and he could fly through it.
Yeah, that would work. I could make hoops from my lights.
That might work.
Mm-hmm. I could
I
do
don't
that.
I don't think I have anything I could make hoops out of. I think I already looked.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. I'm a really good flyer. I can fly.
You
Mhm.
are a really good flyer.
Heckin' good flying boy.
Heckin' good flying boy.
Okay. Do you think you could do like some fancy like loops and stuff, Watcher, and I could, spin some fun lights around you and you could like chase them around and stuff?
Oh. I like lights.
You like, okay, well, there we go.
I mean, if anything, he's cute.
He's
So
adorable.
even if he doesn't do it like 100% correct, it's gonna be cute.
Yeah.
So
Maybe we can have like marmalade red in his back or something.
Ooh, could you do that, Watcher? Could you carry Marmalade around too?
Maybe. Never done it before.
Do you want to try?
Okay.
I'll give you more pie.
It would be a good idea
Yeah.
to practice before we actually perform, too, so.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, we can practice that.
Well, where's Marmalade? Might as well just try
She's
now.
right here.
Alright.
She like just snaps her into existence again.
Out of the tubes. Like, Marmalade, focus!
Stop her
Rein
away!
it
Good job to do.
Alright. Yeah, Marmalade just appears on the table.
And she sets her on Watcher's back.
Okay. How much does Marmalade weigh?
I don't
This is
know
a
how
ferret.
much a ferret weighs.
Yeah.
Weasel.
Probably like,
Well,
like
let's
3
Google
pounds.
it.
How much does a
There's a Google.
weasel weigh?
Things you Google in Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, a stoat weasel weighs 260 grams.
You're stoked.
Between 1 and 4 pounds.
which is 9 ounces in Imperial.
It
Shut
is
up.
Canada Day, sir. We use the metric system on July 1st. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm sorry, Alexa didn't tell me the answer for that.
Well, unfortunately,
Hang on, I got it.
D&D
1
5e
pound.
uses
1
Imperial.
to 3
Well,
is what I am finding.
What was that?
1.1 to 3.5 pounds.
Okay.
I got 1.9 to 4.7, so.
Watch
So
out,
average
big
is-
old 6 for
All
strength.
different
So
Jeez.
Alright. Cool. So, let me do some math real quick. What size creature is Watcher?
he's tiny.
Tiny. Okay, that's gonna make things easier.
Tiny, I think.
All right.
but he's a magical tiny creature.
I mean, according to his character sheet, he's a tiny dragon.
Oh, did I not change the type?
No.
Oh. Well, he's technically a fey creature, so
I
if you want to
figured.
change that, yeah. So, a medium creature, which is not what Watcher is, with a strength of 6, can carry 90 pounds. So a tiny creature can carry 20 pounds.
Oh, he's
Oh,
good
yeah.
then.
Awesome.
Watcher's buff as heck.
He's got some strong
He-
wings.
Heck.
Watcher never skips leg day.
He never skips wing day.
He doesn't skip shoulder day.
Yeah. He never skips a day, guys.
He doesn't skip. If you don't go at all, then you can never skip.
This is fair.
All right. So yeah, you guys watch as Watcher flies around. And now I would like Marmalade to make either an athletics or acrobatics check to
Oh
hold on.
my god. Alright, Marmalade. This is like Marmalade's first roll of the campaign.
I
Like
feel like
Marmalade.
Marmalade has rolled before.
I think he's made some perception checks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that would just. Alright. Alright.
Oh.
She did so good.
Yeah.
Oh, why did
Right.
I roll a saving throw? Oh, that's just because.
I think it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I highly doubt she's
Um,
proficient.
Yeah. So, I'm fairly certain a 7 is lower than Watcher's passive acrobatics. So
Presumably
as you,
his passive acrobatics would be 12.
yep.
So.
So as Watcher is flying around, Marmalade just goes flying as Marmalade loses her grip on Watcher.
Amity's
And
gonna panic and snap her.
You just watch a pile of books just fall over as they cushion Marmalade's fall.
Oh.
Oh, Amity runs over.
Okay, so maybe not. Maybe we can teach Marmalade to balance a ball on his nose.
Although that was adorable.
Yeah, I think the ball would be probably better.
Yeah, let's maybe do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna summon some dancing lights and be like, all right, Watcher, try and make it look cool. Follow them around. Do loops and stuff. And I sort of try and make the lights do like cool fluid motions.
I feel like a spin would be cool.
Yeah, spins.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
The pilot inside you, Mike, is slowly dying.
The dog with wings, he can do whatever he wants.
Like a barrel roll.
The quick form of Watcher has no problems keeping up with the dancing lights that travel throughout the room, and you watch as he is following the lights, he's doing all kinds of twists and turns and spins, and it looks really cool.
I clap.
Good boy. I find him another treat somewhere.
I give him the rest of the pie.
Yay! He just goes at it again.
After yesterday, he earned it. Okay, so we have one part complete.
What happened yesterday?
Huh? Oh, nothing. You just did such a great job keeping an eye on Gesh, so you earned it.
Thanks.
Oh, sweet, sweet boy. Okay. So that's cool. So we can do that, and we can figure out something with Marmalade. We have time. I'm sure Marmalade has the skills for balancing a ball or something.
Probably. I mean,
Figure something out.
she's never really tried these things before, but
Yeah, that's why we'll practice. If nothing happens, it's okay. We have Watcher and his cool light show, which can like start us off.
yeah.
Oh,
Amity's gonna try to teach Marmalade how to balance a book on her nose.
a book. a small.
It's a
book.
start.
A small book.
Like a one chapter book.
like a tiny journal.
Like a very thin,
Like a pocket journal.
soft cover workbook.
Yeah. The ones
All
they
right.
forced you to buy in primary school.
Go ahead and just make a dexterity check for Marmalade.
Got this, Oh, Marmalade is just not with it today.
Ooh.
I'm gonna keep trying.
Okay.
She's like, one more time.
All right. While she does that, what is everybody else doing then?
Amity's still listening, by the way. She's just over in the corner.
Yeah. Okay, so we have that part, and other me is not here right now because her internet's being poopy, but she did agree to this 2 weeks ago, so we're rolling with it.
Okay. What did she agree with?
Well, you also agreed to it too for Fine Steed and the dope
Oh,
water
that.
horse.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that part.
Heck yeah.
She didn't give me any context. She just asked.
Yep.
To come in like a horse made out of water,
Yep.
and I was like, mechanically it wouldn't be any different, but aesthetically, yeah, sure, fuck it.
Nope. Sweet. It works. That's all we needed. That's why we got her to ask. So-
It really is just for the aesthetic.
It really
Yeah.
is for the aesthetic of it all. Okay, so I know that like Saga's got water stuff. And we'll just skip her part in case she comes back, so we'll go to part 2.
Okay. What is part 2?
Oh, so Shilk and Vatham. What do you guys got?
I got bear and the ability to turn a weapon into fire and lightning.
Although I'm not gonna lie, a bear is pretty circus. I think that's probably gonna win us some points. At least I think bear is circus. I don't know. I've never been. Fucking
It is.
I'm
too excited. I've watched a lot of Cirque du Soleil over the last couple of weeks to get ready for this.
Just chimes in. Bears are.
Are they? Oh, see, Gesh agrees. Perfect. I was right all along.
I spent a few years with the circus, so
So with the bear, do you think a bear would be cool?
it depends on what the bear does.
Don't your claws do fun stuff, Vatham?
What would be cool for a bear to do at a circus?
I mean, I can literally do, and I will pop the crimson right on. I'm gonna have to run this by you real quick. Can I fucking do that on my hands? Like
On
when
your
I'm not
claws?
bear? Like when I'm not bear?
Oh no, not when you're not bear.
Okay, so
You have,
well, it's
you have to
great
be
axe.
in bear form in order to light your hands up.
Okay.
But
Well,
it
the
happens
great
to his. It
axe.
happens to his claws, though. Does it happen to his claws, or do you hold the axe when you're a bear? I can't remember.
No. I can do it with the claws. It's just I can't do it to my normal hands. But yeah, great axe.
That's fine. We've seen
lightning.
it. We've seen you fighting all the time, so that's fine.
Yeah, just cycle through the options. You got fire, lightning, and some psychic
Fire.
energy.
Want fire?
Actually, I got thunder. I forgot about this. I got thunder, not psychic.
Fire. How about you, Chilk?
Well, to answer your question, Gesh mentioned balancing on a ball. I think that would be fun for a bear.
I am not balancing on a ball.
It's not that hard.
Come on.
Come on, Vatham. Vatham, we're here for
Vatham,
you.
We're here to find your people.
I did it for 3 years. I can teach you.
Alright, fine.
If you would like.
But we will never speak of this outside of the abyss.
Fine. Deal.
You already know I have very little control over the things that Watcher says, so I won't mention anything.
No.
But
Do we have any kind of ball that we can practice on here?
This is a good point.
I mean, I didn't really put any in here. So,
Well, maybe for the next night you could prep for some kind of practice for stuff like that. And plan for that stuff. Yes, exactly. Like
Ooh,
a
could you
training
make
room.
us like everything
Everything
that'd
that
be
we would
super-
need, and we can actually discuss this for the rest of the day, and then you can plan it all out for the next time you cast Dimension.
I like
This is a
that
very good
idea.
one.
sounds good.
Mhm.
I'm very dexterous. Maybe I could walk on a rope or something. Juggle
I-
swords. I could juggle
I was-
swords.
Oh,
Could you juggle swords
Shook,
on a
that
rope?
would be really good.
I mean, maybe.
Actually, that's very Rakdos.
Could you juggle flaming swords on the rope?
Yeah, I can light them on fire.
I probably.
Okay, this is coming together really well. So we can start it off with the familiars, and then we can have like a first little thing, which will be like saga and like water, and then we can like transition into like some cool fire, and then I really want Shulk to shoot me with lightning. I'm sorry, I really just need it. I learned this really cool thing.
Next thing you're gonna say is you want me to be balancing on the ball and then throw Shook onto the rope.
That's not a bad idea, Vatham. We'll try and see
It's
if
better
it
than the
works.
bear playing the musical notes.
Because
There's nothing better than a bear playing musical notes.
I do agree that it's entertaining.
I'm not gonna lie, a bear when they're standing and like scratching their back on a tree and they look super happy, that's also pretty
Oh,
great.
it's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Gash, you can like fly, and I saw you when we were in the water and stuff. You're pretty like nimble, right?
I can be when needed, yes.
Yeah. We could maybe do some like flipping and stuff in the air. You could like toss me, and I can like catch a thing and like swing around and flip. Because I think I could do some flips in the air. I could
Well,
probably
I could
manage
toss you above my head, and then you do a flip or two, and then I catch you on the way down.
that. Yeah, see? Look at that.
Kind of like the trapeze artists.
Yeah, I want to be that.
Do flips.
The ironic thing is, I know how to play the pan flute. I just checked proficiencies.
It's all coming together.
Make sure I didn't have any
I know
weird
the flute as well.
musical proficiencies.
Oh god.
Maybe you could do a duo while balancing on balls.
Yeah, that'd be a
I
good one.
have done that for years, so.
I'm pretty sure he's performed next to a bear.
Alright, well, we should probably get walking in, like, the abyss, and then we can work all this out as we're walking and practice any little things we could practice while walking, and then...
Yes, and plan
then-
out the training room for when we have more ideas of what we can do. We can plan out all the things
Yeah.
we need.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Excellent.
Okay. So, with the party rested and filled up on
Pie and
decent
ration.
levels of pie.
Breakfast pie.
Yep, good old breakfast pie.
I mean, minced meat is a thing.
Yeah. You leave the mansion and head out into the oppressive wastes
Ah,
of the
right. I forgot
abyss.
the really, like, dark area we finished off in last time.
Yep. Just surrounded by the dead bodies that litter the Deadlands.
Watcher, do you want to be in your pocket dimension or do you want to walk with us?
I'd prefer to be in my pocket.
Okay. I zip him
You
back
and me
into his
both. You and me both,
I
buddy.
zip him back into his pocket dimension.
Alrighty. So, as you guys start heading out, I would like somebody to make a survival check to figure
Ooh.
out which way to go.
Hey!
Watch me go!
Yay! Look
All
at
right.
you go.
Yeah, you're able to remember based off which way the door was facing, which way you guys came from. Which is good, because that would really suck to go in the exact opposite direction.
Or in the direction of a cadaver collector.
That's right, cadaver collector, not corpse collector. That's what it's called.
So
Yeah.
gross.
All right. And now, as you all head out, I would like everybody, except Vanya, because Vanya is navigating, to make a perception check.
Disadvantage or straight roll?
I would allow you to, like, base yours off of, like, hearing, so you could actually go at advantage if you like.
Thank you. Generous DM.
Other me isn't here to roll for herself.
Yes. Josh, would you like to roll for Saga, please?
Sure.
Got the ears of an eagle.
Ears of the Eagle, okay.
I was like, aren't eagles
one?
known for their eyesight?
Brain just came up with that on the fly. It's just like brain and mouth. No
You just
I
filter.
picked
have
something that
the
started with an
eyes.
E.
I have the eyes of an eagle and the ears of a fox.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
shit.
you go.
Walks into an arrow. Alright. So, yeah. Amity, Rowan, Shilk, the three of you, you can hear kind of on the wind, a kind of, howling sound, like kind of like a shrieking sound that you did not hear the previous day. That is coming from back the way you guys came. Vatham, with your exceptionally high roll, in addition to the howling, you also hear off in the distance the loud metallic clink of what you would expect to be another cadaver collector.
Mm-hmm.
One in the kind of perpendicular to the way that you guys are going, and one in the direction that you are going.
I will let them know about that.
All right. Yeah, you guys are made aware of the possible cadaver collector that you'll be walking into.
Should we try and maybe sneak around it?
Yes, please.
And just be like, there's one heading in the perpendicular direction to us, and one heading in the direction to us.
I remembered something I wanted to do during my rest.
I
Forgot to do
can.
it.
I
Well,
can.
you'll have to wait until the next rest.
I'll wait until the next rest. I'm gonna look it up now so I'm ready for it next time.
I will
It sounds
do
like, depending on
pass without
how we
trace.
approach, we may run into one.
Pass without trace.
So we should go around.
Would be a good idea.
Alright.
I can go invisible too, and if it looks like we're going to be on the collision course, I can maybe like make a distraction or something, and have it maybe change course if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But first, let's maybe try and sneak around.
Yeah, so I would like everybody to make a stealth check.
Plus 10.
Plus 10, thanks to Pass Without Trace.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Who?
Yeah. 14.
Is it? I can't remember. Is it dim light in the abyss, or is it bright now that we've slept for 8 hours? I don't know. Is there sunlight? down here?
Under the layer of the smog, it's actually darkness.
Oh, cool. I go invisible and then start sneaking.
Oh, right.
Alright.
That's a thing that just happens for you.
Do you have to concentrate on the invisibility?
Nope.
I know
I
it's
just-
not the invisibility spell.
No,
Yeah,
I
But
just
sometimes it says like you concentrate.
nope.
Let's
I
see,
just go
Shadow
invisible.
Monk.
Can you make it? There you go.
Cloak of Shadows.
You just
Let's
become
see.
invisible, and until I make an attack, cast a spell, or in an area of bright light, I come out. But if not, I am just invisible.
Yeah,
For
you
as
can
long as
actually...
you want to be. Cool.
Nope.
Mhm.
All
Do I
right.
get to roll my stealth at advantage because I'm invisible?
Yes, that
Sick.
is what invisibility gives you.
Mhm.
I rolled 2 14s.
All right. So we got Rowan with a 39, Saga with a 33, Shilk with a 42, Vatham with a 14,
14.
Amity with a 32, and Vanya with a 25, and Gesh with a 15.
Good old half plate.
I mean, that's like 3 people who must have, or like 2 people who probably failed, but like everyone else, I'm pretty sure is a hard succeed.
Let me just double check the past perception of Cadaver Collector. I'm pretty sure
It's like
below
30.
10. It is not 30. It is in fact lower than 14, so everybody succeeds.
Mhm.
Woo!
Woo!
As it's not exactly looking for live people, it's looking for dead people.
Sweet.
So it's not really paying attention to its surrounding. As you guys do see it off in the distance. Has a good number of corpses spiked to its exterior. And you calmly, stealthily pick your way around the skeletons and corpses to avoid the cadaver collector. Alright.
We did it.
Yeah, you guys walk for a few hours more. And I would like another round of perception checks.
Poor reception. Poor.
Do I get to make one this time, or am I still navigating?
I would say because now you guys are just going in a direction instead of trying to figure out which
I'll
way
roll
you
20.
came from.
Mhm.
You can also roll, Vanya.
Okay.
Jeez.
Never rolling this high ever again,
The
apparently.
ears of an eagle here, folks.
That's gonna
Well,
follow
me, I
me
can't
like
roll
a
above a 5 today, apparently.
All right. So, pretty much, everybody except for Gesh and Amity can hear a thundering sound off in the distance, in the direction you are going.
good thundering or bad thundering?
Like, are we talking
What would be
thundering
good
applause?
thundering?
Thunderous applause, perhaps?
Doesn't sound like thunderous applause.
Ah, okay. Does
Or-
this sound like the thunder that accompanies lightning, or just thunderous something that we
Something
don't know?
like footsteps, or more like a storm?
With your ridiculously high roll, Vatham, I would say it sounds like it sounds like the sound of a lot of hooves hitting the ground all at once, over and over again.
So not good.
Possibly.
Just hope.
Maybe you guys just found a group of abyssal horses. Who knows?
I highly
Oh
doubt that.
god, there are abyssal chickens coming at us.
Ah! There's like 1,000 abyssal chickens to make that much fucking.
I mean,
It's a
that
chicken
is a,
stampede.
I mean, that is a thing. You joke, but abyssal chickens do exist.
Oh,
Yes, they do,
I
and they're
almost used
hilarious.
them.
How far ahead does it sound like it is coming from? Can we tell that?
Can I
Anybody
get this?
anybody that succeeded on their check can make a survival check to try and tell.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Is it a feat?
Is
Can I
it a
assume
fey
that it's
fiend
a
or undead? And can I track it?
I would say this is one of those things you would need to know it's a fiend first before you would gain advantage on that.
That's valid.
However, because you're in the abyss, it's a pretty good guess that it's a fiend. So I'll give you guys advantage.
Thanks,
Okay.
sir. Stop scrolling.
Damn, Nestor.
I am built.
I don't know why
to
it rolled
track
that twice. I only clicked once.
All right.
shit. I am built to track shit.
Clearly today.
All right. Yeah. Rowan and Vanya, both of you can tell that it is a few miles off in the distance. Vatham, you know that it's exactly 7 miles.
Exactly 7 miles. Oh, I love that it's just like, I just love the bath is putting an ear, and it's just like, okay, it's heading in a direction. I love that I can tell.
He's like
I
north
love
by
it.
northwest, moving at a pace of X, Y, Z.
I love.
Are we where? So what's like the terrain that we're on right now exactly? I
Rocky
like I just
crags that
Mhm.
are filled with corpses and skeletons.
Oh, right, yeah.
And how much space do we have? Like, are we like in an open area, or are we like in a? Are we like in? Yeah, it's open, right?
Well, depends what you mean by open.
Valley-ish?
Does it look vaguely like the canyon from Lion King?
Well, as
Well,
a
we're not in
reminder,
a canyon, right? Because there was nothing on the one
it
side.
is darkness, so the farthest anyone can see is 120 feet in any direction. And you do not see any canyon walls or whatever in either
Okay.
of those directions within
Yeah.
that distance.
Given like my
We're just hanging.
5 foot of vision, I think.
I mean, I got 120. So,
I've got 120.
yeah.
There's no walls here.
There's
Yeah.
no walls here.
So, yeah, you could say it's open, but it is very uneven terrain. The only fact that the only reason you guys haven't been slowed is because you have a ranger with you
Yeah.
that has picked perfectly through this difficult terrain to not be slowed by it.
Yeah, and unlike the orgy, Vanya would actually probably be pretty good at this one.
Fuck. God damn it. I
All
forgot
right.
about that.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Never
Awful.
forget.
Off. Did not need to be reminded.
Nope.
Alright.
That's what I'm here
Okay.
for.
So 7 miles. How long does it take to move that fast?
I
Well,
mean, you let them
How
get a
fast are
couple
they
miles
moving?
closer, I'll be able to track them a lot better.
you guys would know
Mhm.
yourselves on foot travel about 3 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming that these hooved creatures are moving as fast as you guys are, that could be 2 hours away. However, you would guess because they are hooved creatures, they're probably faster than you guys are on foot.
Mhm.
If we give them like half an hour, I can take a minute to try and get a better idea of where they are. They're moving closer to us, how many there are.
Mhm.
You're back.
But they just need to be like 2 miles closer.
Okay. And then we can.
They're far enough out of your range. You're like, damn it.
Okay. And then we could maybe try and just like move out of the way. And maybe they'll
Yeah.
just charge
Yeah.
right past us. Okay, let's do that.
Hopefully we can get far enough out of the way.
I mean, we should
All
be
right.
okay.
So you wait roughly half an hour.
And she got again.
Yep. You wait roughly half an hour, and then Vanya does her thing to focus in on them. And Vanya, you sense roughly 24 fiends
Oh,
traveling very fast across the landscape. They are now 4 miles away from.
So much faster than I thought they were.
and are they directly in
Um,
front of us?
They are directly in front of you. Yes.
Cool. Let's just like turn
do I
right.
get a sense if they're like, are they like fanned out so that they're covering a pretty wide distance, or do I feel like we might be able to like shush ourselves over to a side and
They seem to be traveling in a group, not like a tightly packed group, but enough
They're
that
not
they
like a
could.
line.
Yeah, they can see each other. They're close enough that they can see each other across the rocky crag. You would guess. So attacking one would probably alert the other 24.
Mhm.
Okay, let's just turn. Let's just turn right or left right now and just get out of their way.
Mhm.
well, and in theory, I can check back in every few minutes if you'd like.
That's fine. Vanya, pick left or right. Go.
Left.
All right, we go left.
Oh, left. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You
Wait.
know, you really hate it when your
Wait.
DM pulls out the interesting.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go right, but left. All right. Let's see what happens.
Why did we think we were gonna go right? What gave you that idea?
I'm fucking with you.
I hate you.
Nice one, Mike.
Oh man. Okay.
You know I
Don't
panic
thank him yet.
easily.
I feel like you would have done that no matter which direction we picked.
I know.
Probably.
Anyways, we go left in fear.
Okay. Sounds good.
Or maybe it's just me.
Just had to get that fucking adrenaline spike.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you head left, kind of doing like a curved way to like go away from where they are, while
Mhm.
still going in the same direction that you have been traveling. And after another hour of travel, you come to what looks to be a side of a canyon.
After how long? Sorry, it cut out for me.
An hour of travel, so you've traveled 3 miles,
Okay.
Mhm.
kind of
Fine.
diagonally.
Vanya, you wanted to do a check and see if we're
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Radar ping.
All right. You do your radar ping, and you sense the same 24 fiends. They are now. What's the range on your radar ping?
5 miles.
5 miles. They are right on the edge of your radar ping. Like just about to cross that 5 mile extreme. Traveling away from you now.
Probably must have
I-
realized that
I
there's a
relay that
freaking
information.
cliff.
Okay, let's just
Maybe still just hug the wall for a little bit.
let's just hug the wall.
At least
Alright.
it blocks off a side that maybe things can't surprise us from.
So
Almost like I'm
following
up
the
the wall.
wall does kind of feed you towards the direction that they were going towards before they seem to have turned around.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to do that?
I mean, they turned around, right? So maybe they got something. I don't know.
Or
Don't we
maybe
have
they
to go-
found what they were looking for.
Also possible.
Don't we have to like go that direction?
Yeah. I guess. I mean, who knows how long it would take for us to just turn right, and just walk all the way across.
Just keep going in the direction we're supposed to be going in.
All right.
So following the cliff face then?
Yeah.
Alright. So you follow the cliff face as it seems to funnel you back in the direction of where those fiends were. And after another 40 or so minutes of travel, you come to a large pile of corpses, just kind of stacked at the base of this cliff. And you can see on the edge of your dark vision, for those that have it, at the top of the pile is a new layer of fresh-looking corpses.
Oh, fun.
Hmm.
Maybe those things were like corpse carriers.
I
What is with
don't
the
think.
abyss and dead bodies? Like, why are there all? What? I don't like.
I'm pretty sure there's an explanation for it. I, as the player, do not know it.
Latham, do you recognize any of the bodies? I hate to ask.
Anything look?
Well, as you're the only one without dark vision, you don't see them.
Yeah, I was just have to remind you. Blind as a bat right now.
Oh.
Right.
Hang on. I have this. I can do the thing. I give him a pat on the shoulder and cast dark vision.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Vatham, your vision suddenly comes a wide assortment of different gray hues as you suddenly can see through the darkness around you.
Finally.
I don't know why. I always forget to do that sooner. Sorry.
Go ahead and make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Right.
This is based off sight. So,
Mm-hmm. Perception.
perception, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
The corpses seem to be a mixture of humanoids and demons of all shapes and sizes and races and whatnot. Of the ones that are fresh, as you look up towards the top of the pile, you do notice that all of the corpses that look like they can't be more than 12 hours old. They all have a uncannily weird wide smile on their face as they lie dead on this pile.
No one I recognize, though.
No.
Something like that.
Okay. Why are they all grinning?
As he points that out, the rest of you can also see that they are grinning.
Does this sound familiar in any way?
Yeah,
What
there's
might cause something like this in the abyss?
Any?
You are unsure.
Is this a bit too much of a deep cut for some of us?
Maybe they were happy when they
This
died.
is less of a well-known thing and more of something that you would have to theorize about. And so that's up to you guys as players whether you theorize something or not.
I think they were just happy when they died.
Well,
You're not? I mean, could be.
That might be the problem.
I mean, Gratz did say that the Abyss could have some weird effects.
yeah, can we just keep walking, please? I don't
Yeah.
like.
Let's keep moving.
Probably wise.
I agree.
How long does that last, by the way?
I think
8
it lasts an
hours.
hour. 8 hours?
8
Oh, wow.
hours.
8 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, you do notice that the pile of dead bodies does seem to kind of fill a corner where the two edges of the cliff face meet. So you think the only way forward is up.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna keep an ear out real quick. Does it sound like there's anything that could potentially run into us at the moment?
Make a perception check.
Come on. I did say ear out.
I know.
Eagle ears.
You could.
Not gonna let that one die.
Nope. You can hear the distant sound of thunderous hooves quickly departing away from you. But
Okay.
that's it.
Should we just get back on the sticks and just hover back up?
Could do that. Just gotta put them together.
I think that might be our best bet right now.
Yeah.
Just start putting the stickies back together.
All right. You set up your flying sticks and fly up to the top of the ravine and see out ahead of you what looks to be rolling plains. Bit less difficult terrain to travel in now. Not that it was impeding your travel before.
Okay. How long have we been traveling for today?
You've been traveling for quite a long time. You were starting to get a little tired when you noticed the sound of thunderous hooves and went to investigate.
So it's probably been like a full day by now.
You would think so, yeah.
Should we maybe like just park it here, where we at least know that
I think
from
parking
one
would probably
direction,
be a good idea.
at least from one direction, is just a cliff face.
Ah, yes, overlooking the corpse pile.
Beautiful.
Oh, Amity, make
No
sure when
better
you make
place.
the door,
Picturesque.
make sure the door's not pointing towards the cliff.
Good point. from the cliff.
You can Roadrunner style, just bonk.
Is there
Right
anything
off the
that you
edge.
should plan for the training room while we're thinking about it?
Oh, so we need the ball, or maybe multiple.
A few would be nice. Some
Yeah, maybe.
rope for maybe a tightrope.
Some space.
Yeah, a spacious
Plenty
room.
of space,
Big open
yes.
room.
Maybe with like sand or something comfy to land on, in case we fall while we
Not
practice.
super close ceilings either.
Because we need to flip.
Best training room you've ever seen in your life. Got it.
I'm so ready. And you know, if you've ever seen any books on how to be a circus act, throw some of those in there too.
I'm not sure if I have. It's not really in my.
Or anything related to balance or high flying, or just, you know, anything we might need.
Oh, I have
Okay,
flying.
you do you.
I have a book on flying. A lot of like aerodynamics and stuff, though. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't really know if any of us will understand that other than you.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the experience you have flying back from school, Amity, involved magical brooms. So not sure.
Of course it did.
Not sure if it would carry over as much, but who knows? Maybe.
We need a lot of brooms. Alright.
Wait,
so-
was that everything we needed? We needed, yeah. So balls for the balancing, the tightrope, space.
Maybe a couple of targets I can shoot at.
That'd be good too.
Okay.
And I think that's everything. Oh, Shulk, do you have enough swords to throw around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
we're good there.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're good.
Okay.
Real quick, Shulk, what type of swords do you have?
Scimitars.
Oh,
Okay, good.
dope.
Good. Just
It's
making
the
sure
perfect-
it was the type of swords that would work for throwing around.
Perfect quintessential circus swords. Yeah.
Great swords.
What?
Whoa.
Omri, is that you?
Yikes.
All right, Emily, you do you.
Alright, she's gonna cast it with all of the above.
Okay. And what were those things again? No, just kidding.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
Go watch the VOD.
All right. Yes, you cast your spell once again, making the door appear in front of all of you. And you all step in to find the former book fort of a mansion now just has like a large training circle right in the entrance.
Oh. Wait, Emily, where do our book forts go?
Oh, it's in a different part of the house.
Oh, okay. Wait, does
You
it go
said-
I just
getting
moved it.
bigger?
It's a much smaller book fort now.
What about my tiles?
Tiles are still there.
Sure.
I had the invisible servants move into your room.
Invisible servant. Emily, you're so cool.
She's just like, thank you.
All right. Are you guys doing any training before you rest, or are you resting first?
I think we would like to be rested first, ideally.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to rest first.
God forbid we have to deal with exhaustion.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't want to hear that E word ever again.
Yeah, me either.
Same.
All right. So as you all split off into your respective rooms,
Forts.
in order to, yeah, exactly, in your respective forts, in order to rest up, that's where we're gonna take our break.
Woo.
Alright, so I will send us a break, so we will be back in about 10-ish minutes, so catch you guys in a few. And we are back.
Okay. So, as you all drift off to sleep, Vanya.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I was muted.
It's all right. Vanya, you find yourself standing in the middle of a dark ruins, kind of reminiscent of like Stonehenge.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the sky light up with lightning, and there are 3 tall standing stones that rise up above the ring of stones that you find yourself standing in. And standing atop each of these stones, you see a different woman, 3 women. One of them looks quite pleasant, which kind of clashes with the surroundings, with the storm overhead, and the dour expression that you see on all of their faces. One woman who looks just as beautiful as the first one, however, there's like an underlying menace to that beauty. And the third one is the archback of a angry, disease-ridden old woman. One of them says, "The seal has been broken." The next one says, "The one who watches will watch no longer." The third one says, "Will he be a warrior or a waste?" And then all at once they say, "Only time can tell." And then there is another bolt of lightning that flashes across the sky, and you wake up in a cold sweat in your book fort.
Said,
What was that?
I said, well then. Not ominous at all. Can I'm assuming if we're inside that Watcher is asleep near me. Can I wake him up?
Yeah, you see he's kind of like kicking and flapping his wings in his sleep. And you kind of shake him awake. And it's, what happened?
I'm gonna scoop him up. I'm in my like own space, right? Like if I talk, I'm not gonna wake people up.
Yeah.
I'll still scoop him up. And I'm gonna ask him. If we needed to, you and me needed to, how would we find Asher? that even something we could do?
Hmm. Well, as far as I know, Asher only comes when he wants to be found. I have heard stories that he comes to those with no other option.
That's how he found me.
I've heard he has a you could say a kinship for children in peril. Do you know any children in peril?
I don't think so. And I'm not going to imperil any.
Hmm.
We, when we were underwater before we started walking, we, arguably we released something in the tranquil depth. It was a big wolf with 6 eyes.
Like as big as my mom?
I don't think I've met your mom.
Oh yeah.
Bigger than Sif, though. Bigger than Sif, right?
Yes, it was bigger than Sif.
Bigger than Sif.
Oh, that's really big.
Really, really big.
I didn't know there were any wolves that big.
I think that, well, he was asleep. He's been asleep for a very long time.
Oh.
He said the name Razgries as he left. Do you know that name?
Oh yeah, I know Rosgreaves.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's it's an old story that my mom told me. She said when history how's it go? When history witnesses a great change, Rosgreaves reveals himself. But he reveals himself as a demon. And he rains death upon the land. And then he dies. And after a time of slumber, Rosgreaves returns, but this time as a hero.
Yeah, I heard that story too when we were in Zephyra.
Do you think it's the same guy?
I don't think we've seen the last of him. And I can only hope that we got to awaken a hero. And not somebody that's going to rain death. Although, I mean, we've seen the world. It's already kind of in a lot of trouble right now, so how much worse could it really get?
My mom used to say, "You shouldn't ask questions that you don't want the answer to."
You know, your mom sounds very wise.
Yeah, she's nice.
What's your mom's name?
Oh, she doesn't have a name.
You just call her mom?
Yeah.
Who
I
other-
mean, I didn't have a name until you named me.
That's true. Do you like your name?
Yeah.
Okay. That's important. She'll lay back down, and she'll set Watcher down near her, kind of like half snuggled against him. We should get some more sleep before we apparently have practice in the morning.
Yeah, I'm tired. And he nuzzles in and falls quickly asleep. And after some long, tense minutes of reflecting, you eventually fall asleep as well.
Okay.
And now everybody gains the benefits of a long rest.
Hooray!
Thanks.
We live another day.
Yes, you do. Everybody wakes up in their book forts and heads out into the training grounds.
Oh, right.
Do we have breakfast first, or are we training
Oh.
first?
I think we can eat a little bit. Maybe not too much. You don't want to, get sick.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you guys have a light breakfast before getting down to training.
It's good to perform on a not a full stomach, but definitely on been fed.
You need
Yeah.
energy.
You gotta let that fucking metabolic cycle go through. Fucking get that energy pumping.
I would like to eat.
Okay.
So one not filling but satisfying meal later.
Gonna munch on some granola.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Like a protein ball or something. Okay, so who wants to go first? I guess we can all train at the same time. We don't have to do this one at a time.
We should do it one at a time, though, so that we can give each other pointers.
That's not a bad
Okay.
idea.
Well,
Also to make it easier on the DM, so it does not have to juggle 5 different things.
Yeah.
it's not like he's gonna be like, all right, everyone roll at the same time. It'll be like, well, that's going on. You.
We definitely should
okay.
have an order of operations here.
Well, before we do that, who needs to practice on the balancing on the ball? So maybe we can get that started.
Yeah, so that's
Alright.
well, that's
So while,
everyone just
while we're
that's
practicing on
you,
the ball,
Vatham.
the other can focus on seeing what they can do.
Mhm. Well,
At least
Vatham, you need to become a bear and stand on the ball.
Just to be aware, I do get these back on a short rest.
Then you're good.
In case we have in case we run into something later.
Oh, we'll take a nap before we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take a quick rest before we have to go.
Alright. So I will definitely be... So this is gonna get very grisly.
Oh
Ha.
my god.
Boo.
You know what? All
Get
of a
out.
sudden
We're done.
Ouch.
Everybody, Go home. Adventure's
No,
over.
circus. It's
Can we get
just demons.
teleported back
Campaign's
to
canceled.
the
Then
back to the mortal plane, please? I don't want to be here anymore.
Alright.
Your friends are dead. Sorry.
Alright. You got
here's
1
a
hour
book.
of
It's
this.
called All of My Friends Are Dead. This is for
Yeah.
you. I found it in Amity's pile.
Gesh will hop up onto a ball and start balancing, practicing,
All right.
saying, I haven't done this in a long time.
I'm assuming you're gonna want an acrobatics check, Mike?
Yeah. Yeah, acrobatics would be what this is.
Alright.
Are you sure it's not history?
Alright.
I don't know. I think it's definitely religion.
Let me check a thing real quick. Okay, that's just on saving throws, so I don't have to worry about that. And the other thing I've been better on is
Nah, this would be a medicine check. Absolutely.
10.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's a little shaky getting up onto that ball. It's hard to keep your balance, but you avoid falling off at least, which is a good start.
Yeah, more of a throw heavy things kind of guy.
It's more of I'm practicing just staying on it, not doing anything but just balancing, walking. That's just out of the question right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gesh is kind of like carting around in like backwards circles.
He's like, show off.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't
show
done
off,
this in
I'll
a
do
while.
fucking backflip.
It's like I haven't done this in a while. Immediately starts walking around the entire fucking mansion.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did it for 3 years and you were good at it, it's like riding a bike, kind of.
All right.
Bust out the flute and start playing a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Now you just show it off.
Now I'm just going into the old routine.
I forget. Are you proficient in performance?
Not proficient, but I do have a
Okay.
+5. So.
Okay. Well, you do get proficiency with your flute though, so it's as if you were proficient with performance. So if you just have a charisma based skill that you're proficient in, you can just use that instead. Just so
I was
you
gonna
don't
say,
have to-
I was gonna say, you could just click it on, and
True. I guess you could also do that.
just click it off after.
Well, you have to click it twice though, because it clicking it
it'll
again
add
would be the
expertise.
expertise. Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
See,
Sounds
Joe's picking up what I'm putting down.
Yep.
Right.
As Vatham is struggling to keep his center, standing still on this ball, Gesh is just doing backward circles around him, and then starts playing a little ditty on his flute.
Rowan just claps.
That should just be our whole show. He's so good.
Oh, what's next? What next? You gonna have Shook stand on my shoulders?
Ooh.
I could.
That is the
Try
plan.
that,
You're
but-
supposed to try and throw him.
I say practice a little bit more and make sure you have good balance before you try that, because balancing someone on your shoulders while balancing on a ball is a whole lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
So, while Vatham tries to get better at this,
Yeah, Gesh will assist him and give him some pointers and kind of help him
Yeah.
through as best he can.
are you guys just watching this process, or are the rest of you starting to do your own thing?
We should get to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Vanya, you need to practice shooting arrows at Saga and I without actually trying to kill us.
Wait, do you want to be on a horse?
Ooh,
Always.
yeah. Have you ever shot arrows on the horse before? You should probably practice that, huh?
Can't say that I have, but willing to give something a try.
I start
Alright.
casting Find Steed.
All right.
Horse.
You cast your Find Steed spell, and go ahead and describe what your horse looks like.
It's just a normal horse right now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, start me with a normal horse that's
Yeah.
smart.
All right. So your normal riding horse arrives, and Vanya is getting on the horse.
Getting on the horse.
Okay.
I'll just take a couple of laps around the ring, and then to try shooting at targets from the back of a horse first.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
Yeah, sure. Weirdly enough, it's not much different from firing arrows on the run because you've definitely done that before.
Yeah.
If anything, it's actually a little easier because you don't have to focus on not tripping while you're doing it.
Cool.
So, yeah, you after a couple laps and shooting a couple targets, you think it's you think you're good enough to try it with live targets.
I'm ready to shoot my friends.
Yep, ready to shoot your friends.
Okay, Saga. So here's what we're gonna do. All right, I'll go first, and then you like stand behind me. I don't know. Maybe we'll do like back to back or something. And then she'll shoot me. I'll catch it, and then we'll like switch places. And then you catch one, and then we'll switch places again. And we'll make it look really flashy and cool.
Flashy and cool. Got
Yeah.
it.
And then I think if we could try and get it to, I think we should probably be able to between the two of us. Is we'll like after you catch the arrow and we switch places, try and like stick the arrow into the ground, and we'll try and make like a circle around us of arrows.
Okay.
Okay. And if you think Vanya misses, maybe try and like still
Catch
try
it
and
anyway?
go for it. Yeah, still try and go for it.
Okay.
Let's not take off our armor, but you know. Well, I guess I'm not wearing any to begin with, but you know what I mean. All right. We get in position.
All right, cool. So Vanya, are you shooting them or are you shooting near them?
I mean, the theory is that they're going to be using deflect missiles. So would I need to shoot them in order for them to do that, or could I shoot adjacent to them and have that still work?
It's up to you, whether or not you want to pull your punches or not.
I would want to pull my punches, yes.
All right.
Crit
So-
jet.
All right. Then as Vanya shoots the arrows at you guys, you find them remarkably easy to catch, as there's not really any danger of getting shot.
Ah.
Can
Do we not
somebody
even
tell us
like
if
missiles?
could somebody if this looks convincing enough or not?
Does it look convincing?
Make an insight check.
I'm gonna get in on an insight check.
Yeah,
Alright.
This is definitely a
opposed
question for
by-
Dash.
I would say, Vanya, this would be a dexterity deception check.
Dexterity deception check. Okay.
Alright.
So if you're proficient with deception,
I am.
yeah. So if you want, you can just do a different like dex-based skill, and we'll just call that your deception check, so you don't have to
Okay.
fuck around with your settings.
I will roll an acrobatics check.
That works. All right. Gesh,
Upsetting roll.
you're a little unsure. You're having a hard time telling if she's doing it on purpose or not. Vatham, you can tell that she's not directly shooting them. However, because she did roll really well in her check, you would know that to the untrained eye, it could be passable.
To like not to like the average person, maybe it could pass.
What
Yeah.
about the average drunk person?
Yeah.
Isn't
Oh,
this
definitely to the average drunk person.
It looks
Like you're-
possible to me. I mean,
This is
it
a
doesn't
fiend
seem like
circus,
much of
though.
a challenge, but it does look possible.
So, would that be like Abyss Lord passable?
That
That's
you
the
do
real-
not know.
That's the real question here.
Is
Could
it
we make
safe?
could we make some assumptions that it's
I
probably not a
would
Abyss
say
Lord
maybe
passable?
try harder.
Okay.
Make it look
Could
a
try
little
it.
more convincing.
I
Alright.
would say because you have experience with demonic lords, they are quite beguiling themselves, where you're not sure if it would pass by them, because it you could say it takes a bullshitter to see a bullshitter.
Yeah.
Maybe
It takes
maybe
one to know
Vanya,
one.
And
we
there's
could
no bigger bullshitter than a demonic lord,
of a
That's
circus.
valid.
as they have all the malevolent intent of a devil duke without any of the laws to restrict them.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
So,
Maybe
you guys want to try a couple real ones?
maybe you could like weave some real ones in to like help sort of sell it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll.
Maybe
Yeah.
like every other one. I'm probably maybe more equipped to catching the real ones, and Saga's maybe more.
Yeah.
I think that could work better. I've
All
done
right.
it a lot.
Yeah, Rowan, you want to try a couple of real ones, or?
All right, let's go.
Okay, Vanya, go ahead and take a shot at Rowan.
Oh yeah, you can deflect that
Easy peasy. Look at these Mitchells getting deflected all up in here.
Right, you never change to that.
Nope, still Mitchells.
Never will.
Nice. Yep, you easily pluck the arrow from the air.
Nah, we got this, Vanya. I have faith in you.
Saga, do you want a real one, or do you want me to just on the sly?
I feel like a real one.
All right.
Alright.
switch.
Just
I can
crits.
probably do it, but please don't crit.
I really hope I don't.
Because then I can't.
All right. You do the opposite. You miss.
Oh,
You're,
right,
you're,
that's
you're a little
fine.
bit harder to hit. Let me try.
Anyway,
Let me try one more time.
I think I'm easier to hit than Rowan.
You are, but
Mhm.
I believe a 16.
There you
still
go.
misses.
That was
Hey,
fine.
Yeah,
There we go.
there you go.
I
You need
can
to
catch
roll,
it.
not a 3.
I was gonna say 10 is my minimum.
All right, I
Alrighty.
think we can do this.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can do this.
sounds good. Alrighty. You guys do that for a while.
We practice making
Uh,
a circle around us with arrows.
Yeah. Shilk, what are you doing?
I'm gonna watch him till it's my time to practice.
Oh, right,
Oh,
you
okay.
gotta get that tightrope done.
Yep.
Unless you
And
want to
then-
unless you want to climb a bookcase and set that up yourself.
And then Amity, are you doing anything, or are you just going to be like the light show support?
I'm
of
the
this
light
whole thing?
show.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, you
okay,
need to
this is
talk
the
to
end.
Every
Only thing
show
I'm
needs
doing.
a good tech.
yeah,
Fact.
Taylor.
Agreed.
You need to talk to Watcher, remember, and get your description of the Feywild.
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Oh no, don't worry about it, Mike. It's fine.
What?
This is also part of the plan.
Is this a themed act as well?
Maybe.
It might be.
I think Tori watched a bit too much Cirque du Soleil.
No, listen, hallucinatory
No,
terrain's
no
gonna
such
come in
thing.
clutch, okay? You never
Okay,
get to
okay,
use the spell. This is like
Yes, hallucinatory terrain with a demonic.
we don't really know
overlord.
any cool terrains, so we need Watcher to tell us what the Feywild looks like.
Alrighty then.
Okay. So when everyone's trading still, Amity will go over to Watcher and be like, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. She'll like lean down. I need to know what the Feywild looks like. I've only heard it in stories.
Huh. I don't even know how to describe it.
Like, what do the trees look like?
Well, the
Are there like
trees-
mushrooms everywhere?
Wait, can he just show her?
Amity, you're silly. Mushrooms aren't trees.
This is the other reason I wanted this. I just want more Watcher.
Well then, are they, I mean, do the trees look like mushrooms, or are they just trees? Are they cool colors?
Yeah, each tree, they kind of shift colors,
Ooh.
and they move around. They're really good singers. Yeah, they're just really, they're really friendly. They don't mind that I like to, fly through their branches and climb all over them. They're really nice.
Can they talk to you?
Well, anyone in the Feywild can talk if you're willing to listen.
I don't know if I can replicate that.
Nope. You're looking for imagery here. You're getting way too deep for hallucination right now.
Good God.
Stick to the mushrooms. Stick to the trees.
At that point, you're just having a bad trip.
We just want to convince an Abyss Lord that he is not in the abyss.
Yeah, I just need to know, like, you know, what it looks like, kind of. Like, is it like normal forest, but just cooler?
Well, here, maybe I can just show you. And then you just are hit with like a wave of images that just are just like flooded into your mind. All of them from Watcher's perspective, as you are just flying across a field of shifting grass that just blows with the wind in a strange rainbow assortment of colors. The sky is a particularly vibrant mix of pink and green, while all the trees just seem to move with the wind, almost like they're dancing around the grass. As Watcher just goes flying like lightning fast through all the branches and boughs of the trees. And then you kind of like look to either side, and you can see a couple other like small flying wolves flying along with him.
Oh,
And then he kind of nosedives closer to the ground and goes through some hills where there's a babbling brook that the water just seems to rise up and wave at him as he flies by. And he gets and then several kind of like fairies fly over kind of like information with him before he he kind of like outruns them because he's faster than they can fly. And it's just like a super crazy like like almost like a drug trip just wave of events in this strange painting like dreamscape that is apparently where Watcher is from.
we. Okay, that is. Thank you. She's still very much processing.
You're welcome.
She's gonna pet him on the head.
Kind of starts kicking his leg in the air.
Yes.
Alrighty. While this is going on, Gesh has been giving Vatham some pointers. So Vatham, if you would like to make a acrobatics check to move around on the ball, you can make it with advantage.
All right. Come on, Roll20. You can do it.
Any second now. There we go. 20. All right. Yeah. With that, you're able to keep up with Gesh, starting to get a feel for balancing on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys just kind of start kind of rolling around each other, and you think you're starting to get the hang of it.
Just keep practicing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With them continuing the practice, and it looks like the Ranger Monks combination is pretty down packed.
Shulk, your turn.
Yeah, it's Shilk's turn.
All right.
So Shilk is juggling swords on a tightrope? Is that what is
Yeah.
happening?
Do you want to
Yeah.
practice throwing the swords around before you get onto the tightrope, maybe?
I would say try one, then the other, and then put them together.
Yeah.
I would try them without the rope first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Shilk, this would be either your choice, a sleight of hand check or a performance dex check.
Oh God, yeah, we're definitely doing sleight of hand.
Okay.
All right.
Woo!
Rogue
All
is
right.
the rogue.
Yep. Yeah. Almost like he's been doing it all his life. Shilk displays a weirdly well choreographed sword throwing performance for all of you.
Golf clap.
Real claps only,
You
please.
call- yes, real claps only.
All right.
And then I'll try the tightrope since that went well.
Okay. So now, as you climb up onto the tightrope, go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Ooh.
Ooh, I don't like that. I'm gonna use the left blade to reroll it.
Oh,
Okay.
right. You
Nice.
got that thing.
Hey, a little bit better.
All right, a little bit better. Yeah, you you step on the tightrope. And there's kind of like a thought that enters your mind where it's like, why do they call it a tightrope? This thing is really bouncy.
Another thing of like,
you very slowly start making your way out onto the tightrope, trying to keep your balance. You think you might want to spend a little bit more time just on the tightrope before you try the sword thing.
Yeah.
also before we attempt to try and throw you onto it.
Yeah, I guess if that's what the plan.
I don't know. We're making this up as we go along here.
Yeah,
if
I
we
guess.
can get to that, we'll do it. If not, we'll just have Shilk get up there on his own. If it's not gonna, let's try not to kill anyone. Okay?
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
I
you
need to
all-
practice being a trapeze artist.
All right.
And Gash will be
Um,
assisting because,
Mhm.
yeah, he can fly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess this would also be acrobatics. Either that or athletics, but I'm pretty sure athletics is better
Nope.
for you. I mean,
Do
this is as
you-
acrobatic as it gets.
Yeah.
Kind of
Do you
swing
need
Yeah.
a buddy up
a
there?
trapeze to another.
Yeah. Whoop whoop.
Me and Rowan, opposite ends of the spectrum. All athletics, all acrobatics.
Yeah. I have a -1 to athletics. We ain't going there, folks.
Yeah, plus 10 with advantage.
Alrighty. So, yeah, it's almost like, it's very similar to like, some of the, like obstacle course, like training that you did as a monk. And just like, this isn't anything new. This is just in front of a crowd now instead of
I'm
just
like, Diamond
training.
trained me for this.
Yeah, I guess.
For this
Yeah.
moment.
So, yeah. The trapeze also is a resounding success.
I want to practice having Shilk, or not Shilk, Jesus, Gesh also like try tossing me.
Well, I
That
mean,
was
you
what
guys.
my acrobatics
Yeah,
roll
you
was
guys
for.
already did it together.
Oh, okay, that's what we're
He
doing?
rolled
Okay.
a 24. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, you guys did it together, and yeah.
Um. How much? Wait, how much? How high up would you say we are?
I think like the average like trapeze is like 50 feet up in the air, I believe.
So if I fell from 50 feet,
Yeah. That would be like 5d6. You're fine.
so I'm dope. Okay, good.
Yeah, the max I can roll is 30. You're fine.
All right, we good. Good. Just checking.
Should
Just making sure. 'Cause
definitely
I do.
do some sort of dramatic
Yeah. Well,
leap.
because there's going to be a dramatic leap, and then I'm going to fall between stuff that I have planned that I don't want to tell Mike because it's going to ruin everything.
Okay.
I worked hard on this.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
Do you know how much Cirque du Soleil YouTube I've watched?
Oh my god.
Yeah, 20 to 40 feet.
Oh god, there we go. Then we're good. I'm fine. So that's covered. That's covered. That's covered. That basically we're just kind of counting on the Vatham on his ball, and then Shilk and his.
Wait, what?
Well, we just need you to get your ball bearing. Ha!
Ha!
Bearings. Yeah.
And then Shulk just doing his stuff on the rope.
Alright. Speaking of which, both Vatham and Shilk can make a couple more acrobatics checks to see how they're progressing.
Acrobatics. Damn, fuck it.
Well, you
Just
wouldn't have
can't-
advantage on this one, Vatham, because you aren't being helped by Gesh. He's
Yeah.
We're
working.
still in that 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're
Still
still
the
at
net
20.
20 anyway. Sounds good. Cool. So yeah, Vatham, you think you're getting the hang of it to the point where you can do it comfortably without needing to exert yourself too much. So now it's just whether or not you plan on trying to do the pan flute on the ball, or if you're just doing the ball by itself.
I mean, I'm already proficient with the pan flute.
Right.
We could try it. It's up to them.
Go big or go home.
Yeah. This would be a proficient performance check if you're not normally proficient.
Oh god. Just straight roll.
What's that?
So just straight roll.
Oh yeah. You don't get any advantage or anything. Oh, you rolled twice.
Yep,
That's fine.
19.
19 was the first one. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's been a while since you've played the pan flute, but easy to pick up as it's the only instrument you know how to play. All right. Yep, Shilk, you're doing your best, but this tightrope quite a bit quite shaky.
You sure this is a tightrope? Feels kind of loose.
Maybe
you
she'll
want us
just
to
vintage
adjust the rope?
slacklining.
As
Do you
as the circus expert, Gesh, you would know that if you were to make the tightrope any tighter, it would snap.
Yeah, it's as tight as I think it will get. You just have to adjust for the give of the rope, which takes practice.
Gesh, you would know that people who first try tightrope often use a very long pole as a way of shifting their center of gravity lower to make it a little easier in order to get a feel for the tightrope itself. So perhaps if Shilk had such a pole, he could get more comfortable with the tightrope faster.
Yes, do we have a 10-foot pole to help his balance?
I think
It's not 10 feet, but I have my quarterstaff.
Does it have much weight to it?
I mean, it's kinda.
Oh, we could try it.
I
See
mean,
if
it's
it helps.
you can try.
Normally, the balancing pole is weighted to help adjust, keeping balance on the rope.
I guess I'll try and scramble up or something, or like throw my quarterstaff to Shilk.
Yeah, I don't think he's super high off the ground for practicing.
Okay,
But
then I
maybe
give my
5,
quarterstaff
10
to
feet
Shilk.
Well, I mean,
Here's-
the tightrope would still be like the normal height of like 30, 40 feet. You would just have a net underneath in case he fell.
Yeah.
Yeah. The net being about 10 feet up so that it would have ample space underneath the net so that he wouldn't just whack into the ground once the net goes taut.
All right, I climb up like the side of like I'm assuming there must be a ladder to get up there, and then.
I mean, there's a pole with pegs coming out of the side. Which
Sure, I
basically
do that.
the
I
same thing.
climb up the thing, Mike, and pass Shilk my quarterstaff so he can use it for balance.
All right, yeah.
Hopefully, if it works.
Yeah, you Shilk, you take the quarterstaff in your hand. It helps a little bit, but you feel like it probably needs a bit more weight in order to actually help you significantly.
Sorry, Shilk, it's all I have.
So either it needs to be longer, or you might have to put weights on the end of the quarterstaff. Whichever works.
It was a good start.
All right. I also have this bag of tricks.
Yeah,
God.
in case you just want like a bunch of random animals. Sure.
I
I
Up
keep,
to
mean-
3.
You can throw it out during the beginning with Watcher and just sort of have random shit going on. The
I mean,
more
you can-
chaos, the better.
As
I-
they add to the atmosphere.
Yeah,
you say that, but that's kind of his shtick.
that's perfect. You can do it at the beginning when the hallucinatory terrain comes out to add to the atmosphere.
Oh,
of
good.
it being the Feywild.
It's 3 rats.
Yeah.
It's just 3 weasels. It's just 3 weasels.
That's fine. It's better than nothing.
At
3
most,
chickens.
at most we can get from an elk to like maybe a panther or a boar.
As long as they don't kill us, we're fine.
Oh, they listen.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
they-
then we're good.
yeah, they listen to Fathom. They're
Okay, perfect.
they're trained. So yeah, Shulk, you can make another acrobatics check, just a normal acrobatics check.
You can do it, Shilk. I believe in you.
Wow, can I roll above a 10? Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
This is kind of your thing too.
All right, and you
You
guys watch
fall.
as Shulk kind of the tightrope wobbles a little too much, and his feet slip, and he just falls down into the net below.
Oh, no, not shot.
What's that?
That fall on the rope and hit your nuts.
I feel like Shulk is a evasive enough person to avoid that.
I'm pretty sure
But a
he,
nat
even if
one,
he
though.
did, he could probably evade it. Knowing him. Like, even if it did happen, he could probably evade it if it did.
All right, well, Shulk, you want to get back up on that horse, or you want to try something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna try again.
All right,
Gesh will assist him and help show how to balance.
all right.
And Gesh will actually get up on the other side of the rope and balance as well, and kind of give a little bit of pointers.
Sure. This is a little bit more. This requires a little bit more hands-on teaching. So I'd
Mhm.
say go ahead and just make a straight charisma check, Gesh. All right. So with the tips coming from Gesh on the other side, Shulk, you think you're getting, you kind of understand the basics a bit more than just trying to feel it out. So go ahead and make an acrobatics check at advantage.
There we go.
All right.
Wow, it took the 5th roll, but I finally rolled above a 10 on the dice, guys.
Yeah.
Oh
Sadly,
god.
you can't use your tides of chaos here.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
give
sure
him a
you can.
chance.
Oh no, I totally could.
Yeah, I was
wouldn't
gonna
want to.
say, you just need some creative thinking.
Potted plant. Potted plant.
And the
I
potted
mean-
plant falls and balances perfectly on the rope.
That would only happen if he tried to cast a spell while he was on.
Add chaos to the show. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. Yeah. You get a better feel for the tightrope, and you meet Gesh in the center of the tightrope.
That seems to be much better for you. Seems to be helping
Yes,
much
thank
better.
you. Thank you for the tips.
Anytime.
Next time, with swords.
No time like the present.
I do have my swords.
Then I will back up and give her a toss.
All right. So, Shilk, go ahead and make another acrobatics check, and depending on how well you do on this acrobatics check, we'll decide any changes to your swordplay check.
What the fuck?
Okay. So, you kind of have trouble unsheathing your weapons. And so as you go to do your sword juggling, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check at disadvantage. All right. Even starting off on a a sour note, you're able to successfully toss your swords around in a dazzling display.
This part I have. This tightrope is weird.
Yeah, it is quite difficult.
Either way, Gesh claps for him.
Oh yeah, definitely clap.
Considering I was working pretty good, yeah, it's worth it.
Alrighty. Anything else the party would like to do during their training montage?
Is there anything else to this we should know?
So let's. Feywild thing is covered. Familiars and dancing. Well, now it's just Watcher and dancing lights, but that's fine. Good. That's fine. That's good. That's good. That's easy. That's a spell. That's just Shulk needing to practice. Gotham needing to practice. Spell. Done already. Easy, easy. Lightning. We're good!
Did we practice the lightning?
I mean, I don't know if I can get better at it. Because it's just, you throw lightning at me, and then I have to hope that I make the dex save.
So, practice.
When shoots the lightning at you.
I mean, I guess. I don't know if it'll help, but... Shulk!
Practice means perfect.
Shulk, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. After
Oh
you're
my
done.
god.
What?
When you have a second, when you're done with the swords and stuff.
What?
I need you to shoot lightning at me, like I said.
Okay.
Is that the problem? Can you not shoot lightning anymore?
Oh, I can do it.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I have a lot going on.
Yeah.
No, but this isn't all at the same time. Like this part's like later. You're not gonna have to shoot lightning at me while you're in the air and balance tightrope. You know what I mean? And this isn't so much you don't need to practice. I need to practice this part. This is easy for you. You just cast the spell.
I shoot lightning.
Okay.
Oh god! Gesh backs up immediately.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm doing this on the tightrope.
As Shulk shoots lightning down at you from the tightrope, I would like you to make a dex save, Rowan.
This is gonna hurt.
I have a plus 11.
Oh!
Just barely.
His sudden casting kind of took you off guard, but you're able to react fast enough to meet the lightning in the air. And where are you sending the lightning?
I'm gonna send it like not at anyone, obviously, but like up in like a cool swooshing motion.
Okay.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, exactly. This is what this whole thing is based off of. Have you been able to tell yet?
All right, the lightning just shooting off into the ceiling of Amity's mansion,
I want to
making
be
a nice,
Uncle Iroh in this bitch. All right.
just making a nice dark scorch mark on the ceiling
Sorry, Amity.
as you take 14 points of lightning damage.
That's fine. That's like there's my temp HP, so I only took 2.
Yeah.
Clearly, Tori's been on an Avatar and Cirque du Soleil kick.
Me and my boyfriend only rewatched the entire Last Airbender series like a week ago.
I mean, it's on Netflix.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I rewatched it.
I haven't
Watch.
binged most of it in 2 days. What are you talking about?
Yeah, see, we're completely fine.
No, of course not.
Well, I think you can. You still got that.
Mhm.
One more. Do it again.
I feel like she's just a glutton for punishment.
Diamok taught me this super cool thing, but I never get to use it. I guess I
What do you
should
mean?
play.
You used it when we fought the giant, or when the giant fought us.
I used it one time. I didn't get to use it against the dragon or the other dragon. Or any time there's been lightning, it's never been shot towards me. I really guess I shouldn't be complaining. It's just that it's really fun. And I worked really hard. Do you know how hard it was to catch that fish?
Wait, what?
I feel like the trees was the harder part.
I don't want to talk about the trees!
Guess just looks confused.
It's just like,
I
yeah,
kind of blocked out
what?
that part of the training montage. It was fish
Like-
and then mountaintop. That's it.
I mean, to be fair, she was unconscious for a section of that.
Come on, do it again, do it again. She's like bouncing on her, like, on the tips of her toes, like, let's go, come on, come on, come on.
I feel like you've got your practice in.
Okay. She just like mopes off to the corner, like.
And I shoot lightning.
All right, go ahead and make another deck save, Rowan.
Like this, like.
Yeah.
All right, this time, it's almost like you were expecting him to fuck with you, and you just kind of like, as you're walking away, you feel the hair on the back of your neck go stiff, and you just do like a backflip and catch the lightning and throw it off to the side.
Yeah.
You're
Style
fine.
point.
You've got
Thanks,
this.
Jill. She like skips away, happy.
Guess claps.
Thanks, Gash.
You also take 13 points of lightning.
Yep. That's fine. I don't mind.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, I think that's covered everything now, so now it's just people that need to perfect their skills.
Alrighty. And I would say, over the next few hours, you guys continue to train, and I would say all I really need is another acrobatics check from Shilk and Fathom, both
Mhm.
pretty much at advantage, just to make sure that you guys got it down packed.
Okay.
I also have a question for you, Mike. With the redirection, because I'm not technically targeting a creature with it, it doesn't cost a key point, right? It's just my reaction.
Right. Yeah, it only costs a key point when you're throwing it at a new target.
And then a second key point to stun. Dope.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
So sort of like deflect missiles.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also throw stunning strike on top of it. Haha.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Haha, Mitchell's.
Mitchell.
All right. Yeah. So with those rolls, you both feel pretty confident in your abilities to
Go
perform.
team.
So to be clear, are we throwing Shook or are we not throwing Shook?
I think
Please,
maybe
please
we
don't
should-
throw me.
Let's not throw Shilk.
Okay.
So you can be like bear, and then you can make your claws do all sorts of swooshy stuff, and then you can like play your flute if you want, and just like be, cool and the such. I'll maybe throw some dancing lights in there. There'll also be a flaming sphere above your head. It'll be great.
You can
Wait,
make
what?
your lute catch on fire, or your flute. I mean.
Don't worry, it's not gonna go anywhere near you. It's just gonna hover there and be like really cool
Ooh,
and ominous.
Or even better, thunder flute.
I don't like that Mike is allowing that. I don't know whether I should feel comforted or unsettled by the fact that you're allowing that. I feel like
Always
fire.
have singed lips.
I feel like fire flute would make more sense for Rakdos.
Yeah, true.
like our favorite Mad Max bard.
Right, but thunder flute makes more sense because it's a wind instrument.
True.
Ah,
Alrighty. So.
Oh, Shilk, wait, I have a question.
Oh god.
he throws more lightning.
Shoot! Every time, hey Shilk, lightning! So, do you think you could hit me with that if you knew exactly where I was standing, but I was invisible?
I I can feel Shulk having an aneurysm in character.
Or I mean, technically, you don't need to hit me with it. You just have to shoot it in the direction because I'm the one who needs to dodge it. So really, it's actually nothing on you at all.
I love that. I can feel Shulk having like an aneurysm.
We'll just do with what we have.
Well, I'm telling you now that I'll probably be invisible, but you'll know exactly where I'm standing, so everything will be fine.
Okay.
It'll be great. You'll see. Trust me. It'll be so much fun. We'll remember this forever.
Right.
He like pats him on the shoulder and skips away again.
I think she put way too much thought into this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man.
You really need to stop watching Cirque du Soleil.
I've been to 2 Cirque du Soleil shows, alright? It's fucking great.
It's
You need to
are-
stop
they are
watching Cirque
really
du Soleil.
amazing.
Cirque du Soleil is bomb.
I don't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Alegria was like my shit as a kid. I had the soundtrack and everything.
Got most of the soundtracks
Naughty.
for their shows.
Oh man.
Alright, so we probably maybe start walking.
Yeah, it's you guys have spent quite a few hours.
Are we gonna
On
long
the
or
train.
short rest first?
Yes, we'll nap and then we'll go.
All right. So you guys take a short rest, get rested up, and then start heading out, leaving the mansion. Real quick, what's everybody's passive perceptions?
19.
19.
The hell is
22.
that?
16.
17.
I think mine's like 14. Checking right now.
Basically 10 plus your skill modifier.
No, I know. My I had to restart my computer, so I forgot to put up my
Mhm.
character sheet again.
That's fine. A lot of people have high enough passives. Basically, if you have a passive of 17 or higher, you notice that the pile of bodies below the cliff has gotten a little higher.
Mm.
Kind of divine sense.
As you look down at the bodies, the fresh bodies thrown on top of the pile have a similar grin to all the others.
Don't like that.
Can we keep going? Can we just go? I just
Is
don't.
there-
I just don't want to.
What was that, Nestor?
I was just gonna reaffirm that as far as most of us go, we don't know anything about Rakdos, correct?
No. All you really know about him is that he likes a good performance.
And that he runs
Gus,
and that
we're
he
gonna
runs a
give him
circus.
one.
I would say, if you would like to see the little bit of information you know about the cult of Rakdos, because every demon lord has a cult, you
True,
can
and
make a religion check.
I would love to get in on that.
alright, cults are sort of your thing.
Yep.
Do I get advantage on it?
Yeah, you would have
Because of cult?
advantage. Yeah. Same
my
with
background?
you, Batham. Both of you would
Alright.
have advantage. This would be a religion check, yeah.
Alright, 18 and 21.
Tell me all about cults.
All right. You would know about the cult of Rakdos that it draws a certain type of people to the cult. Thrill seekers, masochists, and sadists. They are very inviting in their recruitment process. However, it is not a secret that those that enter the cult of Rakdos very rarely ever are seen again.
Ooh.
Great. Relay that information to the group.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, with that, you guys start heading away from the Deadlands across the barren plains. You can see it's evident that this area that you're in gets a lot of foot travel, or should I say, hoof travel, as there is quite a large degree of tracks of hoof prints. Some more fresh than others, as it's almost like whatever creatures ride to this area seem to do it almost on a daily basis.
Neat.
And you all start following these tracks, whether you want to or not, because it's the direction you need to go.
Yep.
Mhm.
You walk for several hours before you start to see something off in the distance. Kind of looks like lights. And as you get closer, you see on the smog clouds above circles just moving across the clouds, circles of light, as it's almost like there are spotlights shooting up into the air. And after traveling for another hour or so, you crest over a hill, and you see a almost what looks like a large settlement of tents that are just dotted with large flames, dominated by a humongous circus tent in the center of the settlement. As you guys have arrived at the Blood Circus. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
All right.
Alrighty, sounds good. So we will end the stream here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week for some kind of performance.
Oh,
Have a
it
good
will
night.
be interesting.
It's gonna be great.